In this movie, I'll look at how you might go about simplifying expressions. There are a few words that you need to be familiar with in algebra, and we'll pick up the relevant vocabulary on the way. First, a variable. This is normally represented by a single letter, like X, Y, A or B and so on. Usually, the letter is used to stand for some unknown number. Next comes a term. If you take an x and add it to another x, you get 2x. This is a term. It's known as a term in x, and here the number in front of it, the 2, is known as the coefficient. The coefficient simply tells you how many x's there are. Add 3 x's together and you get 3x. Again, the term type is x, and this time the coefficient is 3. An expression is a collection of two or more terms. For example, this expression 2x plus 5y has two terms, a term in x with a coefficient of 2 and a term in y with a coefficient of 5. And another one, 3a minus 4b. Here the coefficient of the a term is 3 and the coefficient of the b term is minus 4. And by the way, that's minus 4, not 4. As you can imagine, it's when negative coefficients appear that mistakes are made. So now let's look at what's involved when simplifying expressions. Take this expression 2x minus y plus 5y plus 3x. A key thing to remember here is that each of these plus and minus signs applies only to the term immediately following it. A helpful reminder of this is to rewrite the expression so that the four terms are close up against their own plus or minus sign, like this. Now, the first term doesn't have a sign in front of it, but the coefficient 2 is clearly the same thing as plus 2, so I'll give it its plus sign as well. Another point is that the minus y term doesn't show a number, but minus y actually means minus 1y. So I'll put the coefficient minus 1 in as well. Now I'll make a note of the term types. In this example there are two, terms in x and terms in y. Next, put the terms of the same type together. So for the terms in x, that's plus 2x and plus 3x. And for the terms in y, it's minus 1y and plus 5y. And now simply add the terms together. Plus 2x and plus 3x add to plus 5x, and minus 1y and plus 5y add to plus 4y. I can't simplify these any more, and they add to 5x plus 4y. And this is the answer. Remember that you're only simplifying it. You're not looking for a numerical answer here. Now, why is this exercise referred to as simplifying expressions? Well, the expression I started with had 4 terms, and now there are just 2. So the original expression has been simplified. And that's a basic introduction to simplifying expressions in algebra.